here's the reason why you quit every single diet. I'm going to be breaking down how you can finally stick to one and get the results you've always wanted. I know the frustration of trying diets and falling off every single time. And the thing about these diets is that at some point, they always feel restrictive. So at one point, you're battling with your cravings, you're battling with your food noise. You just look at these diets and you're just like, man, I cannot continue this rubbish diet. This diet is caging my life. This diet is restricting me. And immediately when you start feeling that way, it is so easy for you to then fall off the diet. It's so easy for you to start seeing this fitness thing as a pain in your bum. And if I'm going to be honest, this is the main reason why I made this video. I understand the struggle of trying to stick with a diet. Now, good and fine, you are finally going to the gym, but they tell you you have to fix your diet, but you're like, it just don't work. You've tried a lot of diets. In this video, it's almost gonna feel like I'm gonna be giving you so much free game and so much free value. So no time wasted. I can assure you every single point I'm gonna speak on in this video is gonna definitely change your fitness journey. It's gonna help you out with accomplishing the physique you've always wanted and for you to have that body that you'll be proud of when you look at in the mirror. This is actually gonna shock you. I know you don't like discipline. The fact that you've actually sticked to certain diets, I know for a fact that you have discipline. You have the desire to change your body. And I understand that what usually happens is that you're going to start strong. You stay consistent for a few weeks. You start feeling like my guy over here. You start feeling frustrated. The diet starts feeling like it's going to kill you and it's too restrictive. But here's the truth. You're actually not the problem. And I know you're not the problem. However, it's the way you've been dieting. That really is where the problem is. This is one of the reasons why I can confidently say you don't like discipline. And I'm here to actually help you out, channel that discipline into the right thing. Let's run it. No time wasted. Let's run it. Let's go. Let's go. Time to drop game. No time wasted. Sub to the channel. Alright, so here's a typical cycle that keeps you burnt out. And we're gonna understand the cycle so we don't repeat it again. It all starts with the motivation right here. So you feel hella motivated. Maybe it's summer that's coming. Maybe it's the start of a new year. You're telling yourself that, yes, I'm gonna do this thing this year. I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm going to get jacked this summer. I'm gonna have the body that I'm confident in. And you go all in, which I do love. And that's another reason why I believe you don't like discipline. What then happens is you then burn out. Obviously, the next step is you give up on the plan. We start this whole loop again. And the crazy thing about this whole loop is it's just a literal broken system. And we're going to fix every single thing. We can stop this starting and stopping this fitness journey because that's the problem I see with every single person. They start and stop their fitness journey and they drag out the whole process. If you were supposed to just get jacked in maybe 1 year, you have probably been on your fitness journey for 4 or 5 years. And I know what that feels like. Let's go. I did tell you that you have a broken system. Now, here's the reason why you have a broken system. The diets you've been using are built to fail you. One, because it's too restrictive. They cut out every single food you enjoy. Literally, this lady on the left in this picture, it tells you eat your fruits and vegetables. No McDonald's, no favorite snacks, no cookies, no none of that. So you cut off every single thing. Now, I think one of the biggest thing that is not even spoken about enough is too aggressive. Let's say you finally find out your calories and they tell you, fine, you're supposed to be eating 1K calories. Good and fine. You actually want to eat 1K calories. But the problem now is you go too aggressive. You go all in with this aggression. This usually leads to the cravings. So you have more cravings when it's aggressive. You have more food noise when it's also aggressive. And if you don't know what food noise is, it's pretty much when your brain is like shouting and screaming that it needs food. It's like imagine yourself being very hungry that you can't think of anything else. The only thing that you really want to just think about is just you putting something in your mouth. That is food noise. It's too aggressive. That's another reason why the diets fail you. Let's say you're supposed to be eating 2K calories because you want to lose this weight fast. What typically I know you might have done in the past is that you've dropped it to maybe 1.5 or 1.2 or 1.3. The deficit is making you go crazy, and the problem is it's too unrealistic. Most of all these diets that you've probably been on is very unrealistic in the sense that it cannot fit your lifestyle. So the thing is, when you get that motivation, if you remember the loop that we were talking about, you go from 0 to 100 overnight. Life don't work like that. And if your diet don't fit your lifestyle, you're not gonna make long-term success. I want you to leave this place not relying on motivation, because when the motivation starts, you're gonna feel hella powerful, hella strong. When the motivation fades over time, the scale starts plateauing. You no longer are seeing the progress that you were seeing the first 1 to 2 months when you first started losing weight. You then feel like everything is not working. Immediately when the motivation fades, everything falls apart because you have no system. And that's the reason why you quit. You don't need motivation and you don't even need discipline. I always say this all the time. You don't need motivation, you don't need discipline. You need to create your environment. You need to create a system that works such that even when you don't feel like it, you can still actually get the body you want. I'm a big believer in fat loss is actually simpler than you think. All you literally have to do is understand one simple principle. I believe in the 80-20% rule, where I give every single person who comes to the video, we're imputing 20% of your action to reap 80% of your reward and results. So every person who's on this channel, I always want to give you that competitive edge, giving you every single information I've gotten over the years. And the core principle for fat loss has to be, unfortunately, the caloric deficit. And I know you've heard this a million and one time. You don't need no stupid ass perfect diet. And you need to make this deficit easy as hell. That is what you need, because anything you can stay consistent at is what is going to get you the results. Unfortunately, that is how life is built. So it's not a specific diet that's actually going to get you jacked or get you in the best shape of your life or make you lose that fat. It's not even a perfect plan. It's something that is easy, something that is not crazy extreme, and something that you can repeat over time to stay consistent. I'm a big believer of this. Like anything you want to keep on doing, you need to reduce the friction. So simple freaking meals, like you don't need them influencer type meals. This even looks a little bit too fancy, but like any meal that is just very easy to literally make, that is literally what you should be making. Like I can literally tell you some of the things that I eat. I eat like lentils, beans, very easy. I boil and I'm not stressing. You need to be eating foods you actually enjoy and that will keep you fuller for longer. Now, good and fine. If we're going to be sticking to a diet, it simply means that we need to find something we enjoy eating so we can then stick to it. So find foods that you actually enjoy, whole foods preferably, please. So like, let's say you love eggs every single time, have your eggs. Let's say you love your potatoes every single time, have your potatoes. That really in itself would actually make you stick to the diet. And by the time you pair that up with food that actually can keep you full for long, that is mainly protein. Find a very good protein source and something that is very, very high in protein. I would recommend like chicken breast and tuna. Those have one of the highest protein sources. However, find what it might be beef for you, something you can easily stick to. The next step would then be having structure without stress. Literally, give yourself a structure, clear guidance that don't require constant willpower. You don't always need to be stressing your life and always having to use will to push through. The irony is that like reduce the friction. Now you've made your meals easy. You're eating meals you enjoy. Just reduce the friction. Now the next thing would then be less decision making. You need to literally have a routine. I'm realizing that we are rabbits of habits. Like anything you have to be doing consistently, you need to reduce the friction. You need to reduce anything that will cause you to be stressing. Personally, I would say like I don't cook all the time. And the things I cook, I try and make it that like I don't even do meal preps, which is even quite weird as well. So what I just do is like I boil my eggs. So I just literally put everything I cook usually that is healthy, I just boil them. Like I literally have a timestamp for every single thing. Like for my beans now, I know like it's gonna take me 1 to 2 hours. For my lentils, I know it's gonna take me 20 minutes. For my eggs, I know I'm gonna be timing my eggs for around 12 minutes, 30 seconds. I literally have these things to make it very easy for me to show up. Simplicity beats perfection every single time. If you can't sustain it, you won't keep it. This is so crucial. It must fit your schedule. It must fit with your work life. It must fit with your family life. It must fit with your social life. Like a rule I follow is in my apartment, I eat 90% clean. So I barely buy junk food. I don't have junk food in my apartment. When I'm outside, you can eat whatever the heck you want to eat. That's typically a rule I personally would follow. That might be it for you. So it doesn't feel too restrictive. I track my calories when I'm inside of my house. When I'm outside of my house, I don't need to track my calories. So the flexibility, it literally would allow you enjoy every single thing. It will allow you enjoy the meals. You don't feel like you are caged. You don't feel like you're in shackles of a diet. No, you don't need none of that. And it should feel manageable. It should be something that is so easy for you to just keep on repeating every single time. And that's the reason why I believe that there's no one specific diet. And so important. You shouldn't feel like you're suffering to lose fat. No, you shouldn't feel that way. And the moment I understood that you don't need to feel miserable when you are dieting, that is really when it became easy for me to just become lean year round. I don't even struggle. So stop overcomplicating fat loss. Literally, I'm gonna tell you, keep it simple. Just lift the weights. I don't want you to just lose weight just like that. If you lose weight without lifting weights, you're gonna realize you're gonna not look good. And you don't want that. You want to look sexy, you want to look aesthetic. You don't want to look mushy. So this is so important. Strength training will keep your metabolism high and your body composition looking sexy. That's what you want. This is something that is cannot be emphasized. You need to prioritize your sleep. Yes, it is so essential. Your recovery, allowing your body to actually repair itself. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. If you've ever noticed, like whenever you don't even sleep well, you realize that you're gonna be more hungry. You realize that you're gonna have more cravings, and that in itself is gonna set you back on your fat loss journey. So try and dial in on your sleep. Fat loss happens mostly outside of the gym. It's also essential that you know that what you do in the gym is 20%, what you do outside the gym is 80% essential. Something I also need you doing is your daily movements. You spend 2 hours in the gym, you have 16 to 18 hours of your day outside the gym. I would say 14 to 16. Pretty much you spend a lot of time outside the gym. Increasing your daily movement is literally a very non-negotiable. It's a big one. I literally remember a week where I was eating okay on the weekdays and I would blow off my diets. Like I'm mixing cereal, I'm mixing a lot of junk food. I probably sometimes could eat like 3K calories in one sitting of rubbish junk food. Regardless, I still stayed lean because I was having my movements in. So you need movements throughout the day. And one thing I would say to make this simple is you can just do like 30 minutes. Every single time I sit down for 30 minutes, I could just take my like a 10 minute walk. And if you compound that throughout the whole day, you could easily get 10K steps really. And I pace around in my apartments to even make it very easy for myself, making it the fitness thing so simple. Another thing would be managing stress. Like recently, I realized how important this stuff is. I tend to realize that people eat to comfort themselves. The dopamine from food is very good. So if you can manage your stress and not even have to rely on food to manage that stress, that is also going to further increase your fat loss. That's the reason why I can confidently say that when you implement these things, there's no way you can put a gun in my balls. You're definitely going to lose weight. You will lose weight because this literally makes the caloric deficit very easy. You can stop restarting and start building. And I hope I delivered on my promise when I told you that I'm going to give you every single thing you need to actually lose weight. However, if you want a structure you can follow, a clear and simple guideline that snugs your lifestyle like a glove, and you even want habits you can maintain, like daily practices that literally makes fat loss easy as heck, and a system you literally have a system personalized to your schedule and preference. So you can stop starting over and actually make that progress. I'm going to tell you that you should book a call. I personally really love to hear from you. I make all my fitness plans customized to my clients' needs, and I'm sure of it. Like, I literally will understand your lifestyle and I will build you something that you're not going to have to stress about every single thing. And with that said, that's the end of the video. Let me know what videos you actually would also like to see, what videos you would love to see on this channel as well. I hope you got a lot of free game. I hope you're going to implement the things you've actually learned in this video. And most importantly, stay locked in, stay blessed, keep on seeking out pain, keep on improving. God bless and peace. Till the next one.